a goodbye wave from the Prime Minister. Then, out for a ride. Rishi Sunak testing the merchandise on a visit to a dockyard in Belfast's Titanic Quarter. Resolute against the charge, he's the captain of a sinking ship.
Hi, I'm Rishi. How are you?
The fourth nation in 2 days for him, a whirlwind series of tightly controlled events with invited guests and workers. This business received millions in government grants since Rishi Sunak came in. The perfect place for a photo op, however long it takes. A campaign visit to a nation where his party barely stands any candidates.
Enjoying it?
The Prime Minister wanting credit for his most notable diplomatic success in office.
Rishi Sunak here in Northern Ireland. A nod to perhaps his greatest achievement as Prime Minister, sorting out this nation's position after Brexit. Meanwhile, back in Westminster, all sorts of parts of his legacy going up in smoke.
The surprise election forcing big legislation to be shelved, including his flagship plan to phase out smoking.
The smoking ban, of course, disappointed to not be able to get that through at the end of this session, given the time available. But what I'd say is that's evidence of the bold action that I'm prepared to take. That's the type of Prime Minister I am. That's the type of leadership that I bring.
That not the only pledge left on the shelf. The mother of Manchester bombing victim Martin Hett met the PM earlier this week, campaigning for legislation in her son's name.
He promised me that he will introduce the legislation before summer recess. And unfortunately, 4 or 5 hours later, he then announced that there's going to be a general election. So I feel a bit misled.
There's been a mass exodus of Tory MPs from this place even before the election. 5 more today, including Levelling Up Secretary Michael Gove announcing they won't stand, taking the total to 77 Tories, higher than before the 97 Labour landslide. Big beasts saying their farewells today, each with their own legacy.
You may have a month. Let's face it, the last 3 years in this government could be weeks.
I've tried my hardest.
I will always carry a piece of this place in my heart.
I think it is the best job in the world.
Something Tory MPs can boast about. A drop in the energy price cap today to the lowest levels in 2 years. Rishi Sunak says it means his plan is working. But are the voters in marginal Milton Keynes feeling it?
Prices are still high and wages are still as they are. So, in a way, it doesn't mean anything.
The Rishi Sunak economy, yeah? No, it hasn't delivered, I'm sorry.
He didn't deliver on his promise, he failed.
The Prime Minister admitted to journalists on his plane there are difficult days. But he surprised everyone with this election. Now there's no way out. Sam Coates, Sky News, Birmingham.